An apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it's the perfect month to eat more. February is the month of love, amongst other things, but it's also Apple Month. Yes, these juicy, succulent apples have their own month. I'm your host, Dana Giesbrecht, an avid apple lover myself, and this is my co-host on the show today, Jennifer Cockrall-King, a local food author, and you're watching Go Edmonton. The whole show today is about apples, so stay tuned. But up first, we're taking a look at a contest that's offering cash for couture with one little rule: no fabric allowed. So, February is Apple Month. If you haven't heard already, this is new information for me, and today we're going to get you excited about eating apples, but also let you know how you can win and help my co-host win as well. Not win for you, but win for a charity of your choice.
Right.
Okay.
So this is the Great Apple Month Taste-Off this month. February is Apple Month, and people that cook and vote for their recipe, their favorite recipe, one of the recipes is mine. I'm one of 9 cooks across Western Canada doing this competition for a charity of our choice. Mine is Sustainable Food Edmonton.
Wonderful. And I have to give you a proper introduction. This is Jennifer Cockrall-King. She's a food author. Now, you were saying your charity of choice. Tell us a little bit about them.
Sustainable Food Edmonton is a fairly new charity in Edmonton. It's a nonprofit, but they're trying to help people learn about local foods, get access to nutritious, sustainable food, and it's all about culinary education as well as actually accessing good local food.
And they'll go into classrooms and teach kids about what to eat, how to eat properly, where you get your vitamins, your minerals, your nutrients from, and those don't always come from whatever you pop into the microwave, by the way.
Sometimes they come in perfect little packages like apples.
And you are making for the competition?
I'm making crisp apple with crepes with onion jam and Cambozola cheese. I love apples and cheese, such a classic combination. Tart, crisp apples that are fresh right now, and then that gooey cheese, and then the tangy apple jam.
I need a napkin. I need something to dab my mouth.
Crepes?
I love crepes.
I know.
So, we're hoping you're very excited at this point, because I'm very excited, and we want to share the recipe with you. We'll have the ingredients after the break. Gala, Macintosh, Red Delicious, Spartan, whatever your favorite kind of apple is, during February, we want to encourage you to eat more of them. Why? Because February is Apple Month. And I am joined by my co-host, Jennifer Cockrall-King, who is a local food author here in Edmonton. And we're going to be making a recipe that you are trying to win $1,000 for Sustainable Foods Edmonton. So what are you making? And tell us what the ingredients are.
Sure. So the recipe I came up with, because I love all the ingredients: crepes with crisp apple, Cambozola cheese, onion jam, and I picked a pink lady apple as the apple for my particular crepes. I really like this apple. It's crisp, it's acidic, it's almost got like a lemony flavor to it. Isn't it fabulous?
Oh, your apple's well done.
So it's a really simple recipe. We've got some flour, 1/4 cup of flour. We have 3/4 cup of milk, 3/4 cup of just tap water, 3 eggs, a little bit of butter, you can melt it or not, and some salt. You throw it all in the blender, and in 30 seconds you have made crepe batter.
Ooh, okay, so we're going to bring you up to speed with the next step in this recipe, but right now it's time for a hot button question. Thank you to everyone for your responses. The hot button question here on Shaw TV is going very, very well, and we appreciate everyone that's been tweeting. We'll have a new question for you later in the show. But right now, Jennifer, you're working on the blender.
I'm just adding all of our ingredients right into the blender. Everything's measured out. You just pop it in, and we're going to turn on the blender, and it will be done.
Voila.
Voila,
Nice.
as they say.
Well, while she does that, here's a question for you. Are you like me and you spend countless hours in front of the computer and you don't know where the time goes half the time? Well, one of our videographers, Paul Smythe, here on Shaw TV, is going to share one of his personal computer passions with you. You can sauce them, you can pie them, you can dip them in caramel, or my personal favorite, you can melt ooey gooey brie cheese all over them. However you like your apples, we want to know. Tweet us at Shaw TV EDM. And today we're not using brie, we're using a different kind of cheese. Jennifer, what are we using?
I chose Cambozola cheese, which is a mix between Camembert and Gorgonzola.
Okay.
But if you like brie, you could always use brie in this recipe.
It's brie with like blue cheese, essentially.
It is, yeah. It's got that soft meltiness of the brie, but a little bit of the bite of Gorgonzola, but not fully strong so that it takes over the dish.
Okay, very nice. And if you're just tuning in, again, it is Apple Month. February is Apple Month. This is new. I never knew this. Now I know. So we're sharing it with you. And Jennifer is trying to create an award-winning recipe that you can vote on, appleamonth.com. And you're trying to raise $1,000 for who?
For Sustainable Food Edmonton, a really great local charity that's just trying to do some food education in the city, especially at the younger school age levels.
Wonderful. So on the step we're on in our recipe here, you are just about to dump some of our batter.
We've got our crepe batter, and we're just going to pour a little bit in the pan and roll it around and make a nice round crepe.
Very nice.
You got some
Good
nice
technique.
bubbles. We got, it's starting to brown up, which is fabulous. And these cook really quickly. That's the other thing I like about them. It doesn't take a lot of time.
So if you're hungry, you don't have to wait very long. Well, while Jennifer just preps the crepe there, up next we have Jordan Greenlee with your Cockrell Oil Kings report. So we've made plenty of crepes, and the next step from this point is pretty much assembling. But before we get to that, I have a little apple quiz for Jennifer, since she's in an Apple Month competition. I'm going to test your knowledge with 10 questions about apples, and just answer as quickly as possible, okay? And answer at home as well. Yell it at your TV. We want to know how much you know about apples as well. Ready? First question. Ready? What can you rub on cut apples to keep slices from turning brown?
Lemon.
Ding ding. Where do apples rank on the list of favorite fruits bought at the grocery store?
Number 1?
Number 2. Bananas are number 1.
Okay.
Which is the only apple native to North America?
The ambrosia apple?
Crab apple.
Crab apple.
Crab apple.
Oh, right. Okay.
How many pounds of apples, and you should know this one, are needed to make a 9-inch apple pie?
I would say 3 pounds?
2.
I make a big pie.
Big
though.
pie. Well,
I'm
it depends on the
generous.
size, yeah. How many calories are in a medium apple? So one of these.
I would say 50.
80.
Okay.
What is the science of apple growing called?
I don't know.
Palmology.
Thank you.
You're
That's
very
new
welcome.
to me.
It's a fun fact for you. How long do apple trees take to produce their first fruit?
5 years?
Oh, ding, 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 4 to 5 years.
Hey.
That's 2? Yeah, 2?
Not bad.
Not bad. Which flower family are apples a member of?
Rose?
Good job.
3.
3 out of 8. And what was Johnny Appleseed's real name?
Oh, I know this. Oh, but I can't think of it.
Good to me. And so I thank the Lord. Johnny Chapman.
Johnny Chapman, yes. I knew that.
And finally, why is it important to never peel your apples?
Because the peel tastes good.
That I could accept that as right. We'll give you 4 out of 10. The correct answer is because 2/3 of the apple's fiber and most of the antioxidants are found in the peel, and those antioxidants can help reduce damaged cells that can trigger some diseases.
Just like our mothers told us.
Yeah, gotta eat the whole
all the
apple.
nutrition
And
is.
don't cut the crusts off your bread either.
No.
Eat the whole thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is our next step in our crepe? And we're gonna finish this up right after the break, but just so a little tease.
We're just
what
going to
we're
assemble.
doing.
We're going to open up the crepes, put some onion jam on, some cambazole, and some cheese, and then we fold it over, heat it slightly so it's warm and delicious, and then we eat.
Nom, nom, nom. Stay
Exactly.
tuned for that. We'll be right back. Great job, Jennifer. And here we go. Jennifer, what have you made?
I have made a crisp apple crepe with cambazole cheese and onion jam.
Wonderful. Now, obviously, there is a step that we're not showing you, which is melting in the oven to make all the cheese melty and
you just
delicious.
get everything kind of mingling in there. What you do is you just assemble like this, flip it over, and pop that in the oven just for a few minutes until you start to see the cheese ooze out.
I definitely will be making this, and I encourage you at home to be making it as well. Go to applemonth.com to find the full recipe and to vote for Jennifer's recipe. Plus, you can also win a chance to
You can win a chance to have a weekend getaway in Kelowna, beautiful Kelowna.
eat some apples.
Eat some apples, drink some wine.
Apple wine.
Yes,
Is that a thing? I'll make it a thing.
Exactly.
$1 million idea.
That's right.
Okay, applemonth.com. Thanks again, Jennifer. Right now, we have one last story for you. This is one of our global Woman of Vision features with Leslie McDonald. We're meeting a woman who's traveled around the world to pursue her passion and share it with others. And that brings us to our hot button question. We want to know, who's a woman of vision in your life? Tweet us at ShawTVEDM. A big thank you to Jennifer Cockrall-King for being my co-host and for making this delicious dish on the show. You're very welcome. One more time, applemonth.com. Don't forget to go there, make the recipe, and vote. And you can help Sustainable Foods Edmonton get $1,000 towards everything they do here in the city. I'm your host, Dana Giesbrecht, and we're going to eat this now. Bye.